want to talk about today is drugs and spirituality, or psychedelics and spirituality, whichever term you use. It's just a moniker, you know, it's just a name. It doesn't mean a damn thing. We have one named drugs and another named spirituality, or psychedelics, excuse me. And there's no real way to tell the difference. I mean, one person's cannabis is a psychedelic and another person's cannabis is a hardcore drug, you know, whatever that means. I would define psychedelics. Psychedelics is anything, whether artificially or naturally produced, that leads to a letting go of false barriers, illusions, and an absorption and an expansion of our consciousness, meaning letting go of some of the filters that prevent us from seeing the entirety of the information that's coming at us, that's flowing in and out of us at all times, which is limitless and infinite information, infinite energy flowing through us at all times. So that's a psychedelic, in my opinion. A drug is something like, you know, Tylenol or whatever. You know, aspirin is a type of drug. Just anything that alters your head. That's the definition of a narcotic. Anything that alters your head, that gives you a head change. So, I mean, hitting somebody with a boulder over the head is a narcotic in one sense. But that's not the discussion. We're not talking about semantics. We're saying here that using them in spirituality. As many of you may know, I partake in cannabis quite often for my spiritual practice. I found that it's always helped me to escape the beast of culture and of programming, brainwashing, of archetypes, of limitation, of ignorance and illusion. It's always helped me to escape that and get to a place of tranquility. But when I began spiritual practice, the cannabis became much more enhanced. I would get into meditation, and I would, anytime that I smoked, I would get into meditation, and I'd feel the energy start to activate. This is one of the beginning things that helped me to tap into the third eye energy. I might have even been high the first time that I got a Shaktipat, when my crown chakra activated. It just went. I might have even been high that time, I don't remember. But I do know that smoking cannabis, for me, and for a lot of other people I talk to, helps to open the third eye crown energy channels, and helps to attain a state of silence. And that's what it's all about. So in my opinion, as long as you get to that state of realization where you see that you are all it is, and you're silent, and you're able to maintain that silence, and your chakras activate, as soon as you get to that realization, it doesn't matter how you got there. You could have done it by jumping around on pogo sticks, or, you know, shooting friggin' opium in your eyeball. I don't give a shit. However that you got there, as long as you can get there soberly in meditation, because you have got there in the past with cannabis, then I don't see anything wrong with it. Terrence McKenna used to say a lot that it was to help with remembering our true potential, remembering who we are. I forgot this guy's name. He's a Swedish guy, and he actually has a course where he uses cannabis in his course. And of course, he does some acupuncture and other different, some things for the liver or something like this that allows him to remove the toxins from smoking drugs or whatever that he said. But he does use cannabis in his course because as he explained it, before we smoke cannabis, there is a duality. There is me and the world. But when we smoke cannabis, there's no duality. There's only the experiencer, the perceiver that is everything around us. So there's nothing wrong with cannabis. That's what I tell people. Everybody always comes up to me and they're like, oh, I mean, do I have to quit smoking weed? Where did you get this idea in your head? Think about it. It's more of that duality, meaning that we search for other people to give us direction, or we search for other people's opinions before we do something. No. One of my main beefs with the Gold Ring is that they're training followers. They're hardcore followers. They worship this guy. I've seen them do this. I wouldn't be saying this unless it was true, because I've seen this been happening for a year. They worship this guy like some kind of god. They don't question him if he says something that's fucked up. They don't question him. They just get upset and they feel bad about themselves. You know, they give him all their money. I saw him one time. I swear to the singularity. I swear to God that I saw one time. Ryza went into a chat room. This is the leader of the Gold Ring, Ryza 5. You guys probably have seen his videos. He went into a discussion forum, not a chat room, excuse me. It was on the Gold Ring. This is when I was a member of the Gold Ring in like the beginning of last year for like a couple weeks, until I saw how corrupt and horrible it was. And then me and a couple people made a stink and half of the Gold Ring left. And then they kicked us out and banned us and all this stuff. And anybody who talked to us got banned. It was a whole big drama. You know, but anyway, like I said, he posted in a forum topic one time, "Will you guys help me manifest $4,000? Question mark. Thanks." That's it. No explanation, no story, no commentary, just... Anyway, my point was that in spirituality, you shouldn't be a follower. You shouldn't be waiting for somebody else to tell you what to do. In spiritual practice, we're treating leaders. Okay, we're all leaders, not followers. And so if you want to make the decision to take cannabis for your meditations, that's up to you. Don't let somebody else decide that for you. Make that decision by yourself. If you haven't done cannabis before, don't think that we're pressuring you into it, you know, but it might be worth checking out, you know, fuck. It's nothing that I trip out about, because I know that there's nothing harmful about it. It's just, I mean, wake up, people. Stop buying into this illusion. Stop buying into this conditioned behavior, this pattern behavior which tells us, this is what you're supposed to do, this is what you're not supposed to do. I mean, that's the enemy, that's the beast, that's the adversary. That's what needs to be dealt with. Take attention completely away from it until it goes away. Now, in terms of other psychedelics, mushrooms, LSD, well, actually, one more thing about cannabis, look how perfect it is. It's almost designed. You know, I was actually talking to Jesuo one time, and he told me that Saint Germain personally designed that. Jesuo also said that cannabis is one of the only things that he does do while on the earth. It is the only thing, actually, he said, that he does put in his body while he's on the earth. And I agree with him. It's such a perfect design. I mean, the male plant you can take, and you can make so many different things from it. You can make clothes, you can make food, you can make houses. You can make so many different things from the hemp plant. And the female plant is even better, you know. And that's why our government really outlaws it. Our government outlaws it because it can help us so much, and it would be like a small-time businessman's dream. I mean,